Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I want to talk about some really cool stuff today. And I think the theme of this one is going to be how to get old and have cystic fibrosis. I think you're going to enjoy it today. Um, I am having some, you probably tell by my voice, kind of raspy. Yeah, I've got some reaction today. My lungs are pretty trashy. I mean, I feel okay. And today was payday, so that's good. Put some money in the bank. And but my lungs are kind of so today. Got a lot of junk in there that we're kind of doubling up on treatments. You could tell over the corner of my shoulder there. My wife ordered a new kind of a percussion, a massager thing that has really great percussion. And when I sit in front of the TV, as I'm doing a Bruderol treatment or a saline treatment, and just in between vests or something, I'll just have that thing pound on me in certain little areas that I really have some issues with, and it's just really good. It's not a commercial or advertisement here. I just like it, and that's good. And let me see what else I see. Oh, above that, you see that little case up there in the corner of the screen. That's an old Eagle Scout award that I got when I was a kid, and my family was really into scouting, and so that's my award. My one of my grandkids was able to get his Eagle Scout last week, and so I pulled out my award so I could pin it on my uniform and wear it, and go and enjoy that thing with him. It was really great. But I think what I want to get back to, I'm talking to you today, is oh, and one other thing. I gotta apologize. This was in the screenshot last week. It was up on the photograph, up on my painting on the wall. In case you don't recognize that, upside down, whatever. That's a picture of a Rolex Submariner watch. I've learned in life, if you want to get things, you have to mentally get it in your brain. And so I take pictures of cool cars, or this particular thing is a watch. I've never owned a Submariner Rolex, so that's kind of like programming my brain to get that thing going and do whatever it takes to get there. I love the hunt. It's actually better than the actual reward in life most of the time. You're getting ready to go on a vacation, and you're planning it out, and you're getting new clothes, and you're making all these details, and then pretty soon you're flying on the airplane coming home, and you're like, wow, that was like too quick. Like most vacations are, they're too quick. But isn't it really about the hunt? And so really, that's what I really wanted to talk about. I guess you were really. That's what I wanted to talk today about it, because the trick to getting old and enjoying life, even with cystic fibrosis, is you got to have goals. You got to have things you want to do in life. When I was younger, I wasn't treated any way special. My dad was a school teacher, and he was the ag teacher here in Arizona at one of the high schools, and so he could afford to support his family. He had a second job, which was he had a landscape company, and so my older brothers and I and my little brother, we'd go work after school and on Saturdays till noon. And so I learned how to drive a tractor and run a shovel and plant plants and drip systems and all the things involved with that. I learned how to run my dad's surveying equipment. I was the pole hanger so we could get these things laser leveled with the tractors. And my dad was quite a perfectionist. But like I say, I didn't know I had cystic fibrosis. I was just the sick one in the family. But you'll get a kick out of this, because here's what would happen. We'd pull up in front of a house, and my dad would see somebody sitting over the porch, the homeowner, and they wanted to just talk his leg off, so he couldn't do much while he was, trying to do the job. And so he'd pull up in front of it, out of the front of the house, and he'd say, "Hey, Joe, do you see that guy sitting over there on the porch? Your job this afternoon is go over there and talk to that guy. Just keep him entertained, so he'll quit bugging me so I can get some work done." And so my brothers would all roll their eyes like, "Oh, here we go again. Joe gets the easy cush job." And So my brothers would be out there doing physical manual labor, digging the holes for the plants, or, whatever it was. And I was sitting on the porch with this retired guy from Chicago drinking lemonade and just talking about anything. And obviously you could tell by my videos that I just full of myself and love to talk. And so that was really kind of my job. But I did learn how to do the other things, and I do have skills involved with that. But anyway, that was my job as a kid, is to entertain the people that we were doing work for. But anyway, here's what I'm trying to set up with this is I want you to understand that you got to learn how to do something. What's with the glare? Oh, there we go. Okay, so what you got to do in life and to be happy is you got to learn how to do something that you'd rather do than eat. I'm going to repeat that. You got to learn how to do something or want to do something so much that you'd skip eating. Now, take it from somebody that's cystic fibrosis person. We all love to eat. As I've got older, I can't eat as much. It's like my stomach shrunk. That must be an old people thing. But anyway, I can't eat as much as I used to. But man, in the day, I used to just eat so much food. And you can imagine before that we had Creon and enzymes for the stomach, the food was poorly absorbed in my system. And so I just massive. I just ate all the time. I mean, I could eat, and an hour later, I'd be in the kitchen looking for something else to eat. I just ate. And ate all the time. My mom was like, man, I think my dad had to have a second job just to feed me. So bless his sweet soul that he cared so much. And so I'm probably going to have a grandparent watching this right now and say, what can I do to help these grandkids get through life, enjoy life, have some happiness, and fight this killer disease. And the trick to it is fight it on your terms. What my mom did, like I said, is she bought swimming pool passes for the family. And so we had a junior high school that was about 2 blocks from our house. And so we'd ride over there on our bikes almost every day of the week. And I would swim and swim and swim and being in the water. I had no idea that this is probably the reason that I'm 64 years old. These are my lungs. I could rip my shirt off and show you. There's no scars on them. It's the real deal. And I would and we swam and swam. My little brother and I, we'd swim all summer long. And when I got into junior high school, my lungs were so good. Can you believe it? In 9th grade, I was Mesa Junior High School's underwater swim champion with cystic fibrosis lungs. Yeah, can you believe it? I swam 2 lengths, so that's like 50 yards each way. So that's 100 yards. And then I turned and actually came back for about another 18, 20 more yards. So there's about 118 yards that I swim underwater with 1 breath of air. Can you believe it? Yeah, I won. I got the ribbon. Don't know whatever happened to that, but sure enough, I don't know if anybody was ever even able to break that record. Can you believe it? Yeah. And so I learned how to swim. Later on in high school, I swam on the swim team, and I love to swim. I've noticed a lot of cystic people like water. And so that's what I did. Now, I also developed some other skills that I like doing. Not just skills, but hobbies. I love to fish and hunt. And my adult life has been centered around, oh, wow, we got to work. Got to make some more money so we can go on vacation to Hawaii or down the Amazon or down the Yangtze in China, and or maybe over to the Danube, go down up the Danube in Europe. Yeah, I've done all those things. Yeah, and I'll tell you about them on another thing, or another video. But I just wanted to tell you that all things are possible. All things are possible. And so, because of my hyperactivity maybe. And you can tell by how like I'm bouncing off the walls, like ADHD. ADHD. It's a good thing because I have energy to do what I want even when I don't feel like it. I'm going to repeat that. I do what I want even if I don't feel like it because I'd rather fish than deal with a sick stomach. I'd rather be quiet for 4, 5, 6 hours in a blind hunting. I'd rather spend time with my sweet wife shopping anywhere in the planet or just spending time with my family and friends. And believe me, I didn't even notice my stomach ache. I didn't even notice. Is it still there? Oh, yeah. Am I uncomfortable? Oh, yeah. Do I cry myself to sleep? Yeah, I do that too. But I will myself to do things that make me happy and others around me. And when I do that, I didn't even think about cystic fibrosis. It does not have control over my life and my emotions. And I think that's the big takeaway I can give to you. As far as parents or grandparents, I think the best thing you could do is provide opportunities for these cystic kids or any of the grandkids or your own children. Provide opportunities. My parents were so wise because they gave us all kinds of opportunities. My brothers, I have 3 brothers and a sister, and none of us are alike at all. And yet we have different interests and hobbies and things like that. But we are ourselves. We're individuals. And we were able to develop those interests because of our parents. And they were able to provide those opportunities for us to find out what we really did like. I was super lucky. I found out that I love the outdoors. I love cars. I love motorcycles. In fact, I just like going fast. I've had so many cool cars. I can't even tell you. In fact, maybe we ought to make a list on the chalkboard one of these first days, all the cool cars I've owned in my life. It's been just so good. In fact, the first one I ever had was a dune buggy that my dad and I built together in our shop. And I drove that to high school when I turned 16. And it was pretty cool, and it was red. And I was so proud of that car. And not only that, but the time my father spent with me to help me make it and help me engineer it and weld it, find motors for it, whatever. One of these first days, I'll drag out a picture or two, see if I can show it to you. Anyway, I'm going to take off. I don't want to go on and on and on and on. But here's the takeaway I want you to have today. It can be done. And if you are a cystic fibrosis patient, if you're a parent, if you're a brother or sister or loved one, or married to one, or dating one, or just have somebody in your life that's got cystic, the best thing you can do to help them is let them live the dream. Yeah. Maybe you can help them finance it. Maybe you can help them do it. Maybe you can just be a support to them because they want to. And that's the advice I can have to you growing old. I'm just like a regular person now, other than I still have these issues. In fact, I went to the doctor today, and I've got some issues with pain in my face from trigeminal neurology. I can't even say it, but anyway, I've got some nerve damage in my face. I don't even know if it was caused from all this coughing or what, but anyway, another hurdle. What the heck? And so I want you all to have a great day. Enjoy your ones you love, and go ahead and conquer the world. It's out there. It's waiting for us, and it will bend to our desires. Have a great day. See ya.